Hi all and welcome back. In this video we're going to look at how to create the next section, which is going to be the mission section. So let's do that section. Do we want to give this one an ID? Of course we do, so we want to be able to hop down to it. So ID equals, and let's be consistent, content section 2. Actually, let's put a little note up here. Mission section. There we go. And within here, we want to have a div with a class of content, same as within the last one. We're going to create an extra div here. Actually, let's just put the heading in first for this one. Oops. If we save that, we can see that without doing anything else, the styling is already taken care of everything for us. So, like I say, we need to create an extra div in here because I want to contain more than one item within it, and then I just think it's better to contain things in their own little boxes. Inner content, and in here I want an image. The source is going to be images. Because we are in the HTML, which is here, we can go straight into the images folder and look for this mission JPEG that I've copied over. And as you can see, it's listed it there. Alternate text, mission. Right then, save that. And it's Mahusive. So we'll get round to that in a minute. Do want p tag, we'll do lorem times 10. There we go. Save that. And beneath this massive image, we've got some text. Okay, should we leave it at that? Yeah, let's go and style it. Right. So, where do we need to be? The About section didn't need any styling, so I'm going to leave that note there just to remind me that it didn't. Mission section. And what do we want to do? Let's grab the content section 2. And give this one a different background colour so it differentiates between the sections. So we'll alternate colours as we go down. I mean, you don't have to, it's just so we can see what's what. So EAE, FFF. Where are we? There we go. So let's change that colour so you can see the divide there. The inner content section 2, inner content. We're going to do display block and margin bottom. I'm going to give that a margin 30 pixels. Right, so you'll see that come into play in a minute. So the content section 2, content section 2, and we want to do mission image, so we need to give that class there, copy, go over here, say where is it, there, so give that a class of that, okay, So what do we want to do to that image? Well, we want to float it left, like that, which does exactly what it says. It moves it to the left, but that won't make the slightest bit of difference yet because it's still the same size. So let's change that. 200 pixels. Save, and there you go. Now, because we've used float, we didn't use flex here because that's not what we need here. We need to float this element to the left so everything else wraps around it. As you can see, it's a bit too tightly wrapped. So we're going to give that a margin on the right of 10 pixels. That moves it away a bit, perhaps 20. That's better. And I'm going to move it down from the top as well because of the line height. It is correct. It's starting from the top of the line height of the first line, but let's just move it down. Of course, it's correct. It's computed, but you know that looks much better. And I'm going to give it a border radius as well, just because I want to, really. Border radius 10 pixels. There we go. I'm going to give it a... do we need that? It's going to give it an overflow hidden, but we don't need that because that border radius, it seemed to have sorted itself. So there we go. Save. Right then, so that is pretty much it for that bit. So in here we want to grab the ID, copy, go back up to the menu. Let's close this section down so we don't have to scroll so far. And this one, we want to put it in here like that, with a hashtag in front of it to denote it's an ID. Save, go to the top, hit mission, and there you go. So see what I mean by min height? I think we mentioned that in the previous video. We don't want to set the height exactly to the vertical height of the window. We want that as a min height, so we can add more content without that overflowing or spilling out of the element it's supposed to be in. So the other one still works as well. But to save us all this scrolling, I'm going to put a button over here in one of the following videos so we can just click it and go straight back to the top. Right, but before we finish this video, I do want to make sure this looks okay when we get to, I think, let's have a look. We said 940, didn't we? So we're well below that. So let's deal with that. So, yeah. Mission section. So again, content, section 2, and we want to deal with the image, mission image. Right, so if you remember, we floated it to the left. We don't want to do that anymore, so float none. That prevents the wrapping because it means that this block now, because we made it into a block, if you remember, now takes up the whole width. So where are you? It doesn't. That's why it's on the left. Okay. Tell you what, let's put that display block in. Well, that doesn't really make any difference. So we'll leave it at that. Let's just sort the positioning out with the margin. So we want to deal with all the margins. So top 5 pixels, right auto, bottom 20, left auto. Save. And that has not moved it a jot. So perhaps we do need the display. I'm quite surprised we do need this because that's already been set. Or did we actually? Let's have a look. No, we set it there. So okay, display block. And then we can remove it from down here. Because it should be there anyway. So there you go. So if we take this a bit wider, it goes back to wrapping. And then if we take it down to some sort of phone width, then it gets stacked. And that's exactly what we want. So that is it for the mission section. What's next? I think it's the team, isn't it? Yes, we're going to do the team section next. So I will see you in the next one. And don't forget, please hit the like button, subscribe if you like. It does help. Really appreciate it. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.